Hello, my name is Pauline Gibson. I'm here with my friend, Precious Proscovia.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining, Precious.
Thank
Say
you.
hello to the audience.
Hello, audience. Very awesome to be here. I'm blessed to be here.
So, Precious is an amazing woman who has an amazing big heart. She's helping a lot of children in Uganda, and she has a foundation there. Could you please tell us about the foundation?
Yeah. It's called Precious Kids Foundation, and we take care of orphans. We serve orphans, widows, and single moms in Uganda and other African countries, and we provide medical care for kids to prevent them from having premature death, those who have cancer and other illnesses. Yes.
That is very important. You know, medical care is very important for those of you that may not know that. For those of you that are very privileged to live in this country, things are different in other parts of the world. And Precious and her foundation, they do amazing things. They go out there and they set up medical camps and they treat people, some with major illnesses, some with not so serious illnesses, but both those things can cause death and can bring about premature death. So what you're doing is very amazing. You're saving lives. I mean, what got you on that path?
It started off professional. I'm a neuroscience nurse, and I've been that for about 16 years. And for about 10 years, since 2006, I was taking care of orphans. And as a calling, I just needed to make sure we provide them with tuition, make sure we just have skills development for them. But then in 2015, when my dad passed away prematurely, then 3 months later, my auntie passes away prematurely from asthma. I mean, asthma is very preventable. And 6 months later, my grandmother passes away. So within about 6 months, back-to-back death happens. And God, in His wisdom, I always pray. Whenever something happens to me, I always pray, Lord, do not let my pain go to waste. Use it for your glory. So it's as if God had me, and after I healed and went through the recovery time, he turned that, and in 2018, He said, professionally, they train you prevention is better than cure. I need you to stop just taking care of orphans, but then turn around and start preventing premature death that has led to so many deaths in Africa. And in Africa, this is very common.
It is common.
Yeah, somebody has a headache and they can't even afford the medicine to take care of that, and you don't know what happened. Next thing you know, they've died.
Yeah.
So in so doing, God turned what the work I was doing, and He changed the course. Next thing I know, He put it in my heart, immediately go take care of the kids, but make sure you do massive medical missions. So from the time the divine direction came in to the time we did the medical camp was about 3.5 months. So I started talking to doctors and nurses that I worked with in the hospital. Do you want to come to do medical mission with us? Do you want? And I just like one by one, we started taking them. I was like, yes. And then we had a team of about 11.
That's amazing.
We go and we set up tents. And it's kind of like a buffet of doctors, so that somebody can go from one doctor to another to get the care that they need. All of it is free of charge, just to make sure we give them the ability to get the care. Some of them have not seen a doctor in 5 years or more, and they have tumors, and they're like, I don't know what this is, but can you help out? And by the time we catch that tumor, it's like stage 4, but we're like, can we catch it before? If it's an infection, can we treat it before, so the body does not become septic? Because if he becomes septic, and that's a guy, let's say it's a man and has kids, he dies.
Oh, yes.
And then he leaves orphans.
Oh, yes.
Then he leaves widows.
Yes.
And then we have to take care of the widows.
Yes.
So it's like there's a way God was attaching what I was already doing to already now the personal tragedy I had, then mixing it up with my profession. So that's how it started.
You know, if you're watching this, I feel very passionate about what Precious is doing, because I do something similar, because for similar reasons, because sometimes when you are not from Africa, or you have not had that experience, that African experience, you are not the right person to help. It's good to help. I'm not saying that people should not help. They should be able to help, but I feel like you are the right person, and other people that understand are the right people. So how can people, you can go ahead.
I was saying that, I was exactly, because I always say Africa in the eyes of an African. when you get to experience and be there, and you've experienced that same pain, once you go back and help another person, it's a little bit different. The touch is different. So yeah.
So the goal is dealing with the cause,
Yes,
not the
root
effects.
cause. Yes.
So, but there's always this thing of dealing with the wrong thing, and the cycle keeps on happening.
Yes, yes.
So, can you tell the audience before we close where they can learn more about your foundation and how they can donate? Because this is very important work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing that.
Amen. Thank you. On the website, it's preciouskidsfoundation.org. On Facebook, it's Precious Kids Foundation. And yeah, that's one of the main ways, because I would give the text message number, but those are main ways that they can get a hold of us. And we are 501c3 here in the US, and we welcome donations. We welcome people to come for the gala. We have a gala happening December 11th. And just to spread the love, because in Africa we have a saying, it takes a village to raise a child. The little thing that can be given, the little amount can be given from one person to another, or even a connection to a doctor who wants to come and serve, because we take volunteers to Uganda. So little bits and pieces of help that come in collectively can support the people.
You heard it. Collective impact is the only way to impact and make real change. So please come out. If you're in Southern California, come out and support on December 11th in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
It will be an amazing gala. Come and connect and donate and help and save lives and change lives. Again, Pauline Gibson with Precious Proscovia. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Thanks.